This might be a point to point out that I don't have a dentist.
Yeah. How long has it been since you've been to a dentist?
So before the pandemic, it was about 15 years.
Wow. So add that amount of time on then.
And then during the pandemic, just before the pandemic, I was having bad toothache, and I was like, I kept putting
Why?
I kept putting it off. Right. What I'd do is I'd just eat out the other side of my mouth. It's fine. It's not a problem.
A mere toothache isn't going to slow down old Freddie.
This is the thing. Fatness is in the brain, man. It is not in the body. It's in the brain. You cannot coach someone out of that fucking intuitive. I'm going to eat out the other side of my mouth rather than go to a dentist.
Yeah, so that's what. But I did that. I know this is going to open me up to ridicule.
Mouth cancer, you would drill a hole in your throat and just put food in there. You'd bypass the.
It's like someone smoking through a hole in their throat.
Exactly. Just shoving Yorkshire pudding.
So I know that this is going to open me up. I know this is going to
syringe and mint sauce.
I know this is going to open me up to ridicule, but I did.
Oh, you wouldn't want to do that.
I did that for months. I would say at least 6 months. I was just eating out of this side of my mouth.
6 months.
But the reason that it got problematic is because that side started hurting.
Yeah.
And then
you started getting Bell's palsy.
What I would do, I'm not even messing. What I would do is I'd just mix it up. So
one bite there.
No, I'd mix it up like meal by meal. So I'd just be like,
this one's on the left. Ow, ow, ow.
Yeah. God. So anyway, right, it got to the point where the toothache wasn't just happening when I ate or swallowed or drank. It was a constant thing that I could no longer ignore. Right. And then lockdown happened and all the dentists shut. And I was like, oh shit. Yeah. Right. That's
bad, yeah.
Really put the cat amongst the pigeons. And it was getting to the point where I couldn't sleep. And unbeknownst to me, or maybe knownst to me actually,
was your apnea mask rattling the tooth?
So my tooth had started rotting away. Right, it was fucked.
Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah,
a dead tooth, like Danny Deegan.
Freddie, let's just put a pin in this. What's your oral hygiene routine at this point?
What, sorry?
What's your oral hygiene? Are you brushing your teeth? Are you flossing? Are you mouthwash?
I don't.
Is the mouthwash just mint sauce?
He's just doing left in the morning and right at night.
Cup of gravy.
Yeah.
I brush my teeth once in the morning and once at night. I occasionally use mouthwash, depending on how I feel.
Right.
I use mouthwash more of like a
emotional thing.
Yeah.
Get rid of the day.
Yeah. So. But I only use mouthwash in the morning. I don't like using it at night because I don't like the idea of going to bed and being like, oh. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't like that idea. So
no, I don't know what you mean.
No. You know, you go into bed, but you can feel your mouth be like
fresh, being it fresh and clean. Yeah.
Minty.
What a horrible. Yeah, minty,
then you
fresh,
mint
clean.
sauce and you want to get up and eat it again. Yeah. That's your problem.
So
dreaming of lamb.
Yeah.
So right, you're both such knobheads. So right, gets to the point where it's hurting all the time now. All the dentists.
And this is kind of what, April 2020.
Well, sorry.
Yeah, April, where are we? Are the Italians locked down?
No, we're at about.
Are Italians singing?
Yeah, but they've been singing and we're already fucked. The new normal has been bandied about.
Right. Okay.
We are about June.
Right.
So let me just blow my nose before I prepare for this next bit.
Is that pre or post Boris coma?
I think we're looking at...
Boris went in really early. You forget, Boris's coma was like end of March or like the start of April. I think it was it was just all so quick, that period. We were like, fuck me, this is like a film.
To be honest with you, we probably, as a country, we glossed over the fact that this absolute blithering fucking spoffer was like, it's not a problem. Then he ended up in a coma a month later.
Well, are you talking about Boris now, or are you still on about your teeth?
So, right.
Oh, mate.
So we're at about June. The pain is really bad. So I
did you do DIY dentistry?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So
You can take the boy out of Preston.
So fat.
So I got some.
That's not something.
So I got some pliers.
Yeah.
Right?
Pliers.
What are you on about?
And
How have you not told me this before?
I washed them with vodka. I don't know. I saw that in a film. Like, I thought that's how you sterilise things.
Film.
It's
Right.
like you're trying to get out of being conscripted into the Russian army.
World War One, washing pliers in vodka.
And then,
You live in a house, not a fucking
and then,
trench.
well, what would you have used, Finn?
A
I would've used a dentist,
I would
yeah.
have gone to a dentist.
They were shut.
I would have
Finn.
gone months earlier when
they
my
were-
tooth started hurting.
They were
Oh
open.
right,
they were
it's
open
Captain
by-
Hindsight. Well done.
It's not hindsight to go, oh, I have a toothache, I should get that checked.
Yeah, but we're not all pussies. I live my life how I live my life.
Right.
Sometimes-
Well, let's see where this
That's what we're laughing about.
Sometimes I have a.
Because you live life wrong.
Sometimes, but you've never had that thing before where you've had a pain and it annoys you, but then the minute that you stop doing that thing, it goes away and you're like, oh, I don't need to worry about that now.
Right.
Yeah.
You,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I sort of know what you mean.
yeah.
Yeah, but if
That's-
it'd been months.
Yeah, but
the
mine would be
amount-
like playing football, and
Yeah.
I might just not have a five aside for a few weeks.
Yeah, but the amount you eat, you'd think that's your day is ruined every
yeah,
day.
that's constant pain.
Yeah. It's
So-
your favourite thing to do.
So, right.
It's like if you knob it when you shagged kids.
It's them.
Oh,
So,
Merry Christmas, everyone.
no, I keep forgetting it's Christmas Day.
It don't feel like Christmas Day, does it?
Weird that.
so, I went to rag it out with pliers.
Fucking rag it out. Imagine a dental nurse saying that.
And
3 sound, 4 rag it out. Pass me a hammer. I'll get the back of it.
It's not a
unbeknownst,
kitchen.
unbeknownst to me, the tooth had basically rotted out.
Yeah.
So there was just a shell of a tooth and no substance behind the tooth.
Right.
So I went to rag it out and the tooth just snapped
Yeah.
in my mouth. And
And
I was like,
is that hurting?
what, sorry?
Is that hurting you?
Yeah, quite a bit. So,
So what happened was you went, I'll rag this out with
So
some pliers.
which tooth
And you
is
just
it?
went, crunch.
Which tooth was it? Whereabouts?
show you.
You just open in your mouth.
Yeah, it's hard to find which is the fucked one, to be honest.
Oh, wow.
Is that the furthest you can open your mouth?
Right, so they're just the gap that's
Well,
missing.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
doing this for 6 months eating food. Oh,
It's a
wow.
tiny amount you can open your mouth.
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
I just thought you'd open
What
your
a
mouth.
thing to take the piss out
I
of.
But
just
hot
thought you'd
dogs
be
are
able to
only
do
that
it more.
wide.
It's actually an evolutionary thing to stop me, over bulking.
He's had an operation.
I've had a gastric mouth.
Mouth bypass. I just sew it shut.
So,
So hang on. So you pull it out, and presumably there's blood.
what? Sorry.
Blood.
Yeah.
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 Oh, there'll be blood when you do that, mate.
That'll happen with pliers, I reckon.
So
The vodka doesn't stop the blood.
I
turns out.
managed to found an emergency dentist. Right.
Couldn't you have done this half an hour earlier? Did you not think to pop that in Google before you got the pliers
I
out?
didn't think they were open.
God.
Right. So I found an emergency
The
dentist.
word emergency, not.
I went in and I was like, and they were like, and so.
Sorry, have you got the tooth and the pliers at this point with you?
What? Sorry.
Did you take the tooth with you?
pliers?
No, the tooth's still in my fucking
The,
mouth.
the bit that snapped off, did you take it with you?
No, why?
I don't know, just to show them what you've done.
Oh, it's like when you get a finger cut off and you put it in ice and take it.
Yeah.
To the...
Yeah, but you got to sew a tooth back on.
So I went and the guy was like, all right, we'll sort this out. And he was like, look, what we can do is we can give you 2 options. Option number 1 is a root canal. Although I don't think that this is going to fucking do it. But we can put in a fake tooth in there, but it's like £1,000 or whatever. Or option number 2 is I'll just take
Pull it in the back of the head.
Just put a screen around you like the Grand
just
National.
He was like, right, I'll £200 or whatever,
Yeah.
just extract the tooth. And I was like, all right, okay. And he looked at it and he was like, oh, the tooth's hollow anyway because you snapped it through. And he was like, I'm not going to lie, it's going to make it really hard work because usually you just get the tooth.
Wiggle it.
A tooth's like a tent peg and you have to wiggle it and push it. But this is like a tooth. It's like a tent peg that you got to get out of the grass, but it's made of very fine glass.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And
So-
half of it's been snapped off.
yeah. So he wasn't very happy with me, but I was like, sorry, my loyalty's not with you, random emergency dentist. Anyway,
I don't know if it was a loyalty issue
No.
that he was upset about, the fact that you've done backyard dentistry to yourself.
Your
Like,
loyalty
do you
should be
go
to
to
your
a-
own teeth.
Freddie,
like
you
turning
might be
up-
the only person I've ever met who's got undiagnosed Down syndrome.
What do you mean?
How are you not getting that your behaviour is fucked? The dentist, you're like, fucking weird.
That's
Why
like-
look at me
yeah.
like that? I just took my tooth out with pliers.
It's like
That's
going
why it
into an
snapped off, 'cause
abortion
it's-
clinic with a bloody fucking coat hanger and going, what's he moaning about?
That's why he snapped it off, because he's really strong.
Just tried to cuddle his tooth.
So, right. They kept injecting me, and we need to make it numb. I was like, all right. So they kept injecting me over and over. He's like, can you feel this? Yep. Can you feel this? Yep.
You
He's
have
like,
to get the buffalo gun.
no, he was literally like, so he injected me about 6 times, and he went, can you feel that? He
Not
went,
working.
he went,
Restraint.
he went,
It's like trying to display King Kong.
He's grabbing at the dental nurse. Like,
he went, can you still feel this? And I went, yeah. And he went, that shouldn't be possible. And I was like, well, it is. Like, I can still feel it. And then he went, all right, can you feel it now? And I could still feel it. And I just went, nah. And he went, are you sure? And I went, yeah, I can't feel anything now. And he was like, oh, right, finally. And then he did. But I could still feel it. I just couldn't be arsed with fucking having another 5 injections while this cunt decided that it was time. So I did it, and it took about 3/4. I think extractions are meant to take 15, 20 minutes. It took 3/4 of an hour to get it out. And it was fucking excruciating.
yeah. But you realise you brought all that on yourself.
Yeah. Literally every stage of the story is your fault.
Yeah.
Well, I think we locked down too early.
Oh, what a satisfying. Just ends
lovely.
that section.